Good evening. I'm Shane Saum. I'm running for City Council Place 4. Thank you to the Chamber and thank you to the school district for putting us on tonight. Thank you all for coming. I'm originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I got my bachelor's in education from Ohio University, my master's in history from San Diego State, and I'm all but dissertation for my doctorate in U.S. foreign relations. I moved to the Austin area 10 years ago. I came here without ever visiting the Austin area for a random IRS job, and 4 weeks later it ended, and I was like, not even unpacked, ready to go. So I walked down to the Capitol and I took an internship, and I've been working in the legislature for 10 years. I'm running for this position because I think my skill set provides a lot of value to the city and what the city is about to face in growing infrastructure. I've been a chief of staff to a senior member of the House of Representatives. I work for Governor Abbott on his economic development team. Together we help bring more than 6,000 jobs and $400 million to the Texas economy. I currently work in the Texas Senate. I am a senior advisor to a senior member of the Senate that covers a very rural part of Texas. A daily part of my job is working with small communities just like ours to help engage with the legislature, to help engage with state agencies. I want to help on this city council as a team member. When I look at council, I think it's a team, and I think what can I provide to that team, and I think I have the relationships with these agencies that help as we grow our infrastructure. I can help us with the Water Development Board, and more than just trying to help us get funding, they are a great knowledge resource for us. They are helping cities all over this state do exactly the things that we're doing. And I think that the stronger those bonds are, the more we get help as we continue to grow. We're going to need that. I want to be able to work with our Public Works Department. If they have an issue with TxDOT, they run into a roadblock, they can come to me and I can tell them who we can talk to. I think even just the city council title itself can actually lend you to do more than just our city charter allows you to do. We are only an hour to the legislature. 27 million Texans don't live that close. They can't go be a part of our sessions without a great deal of effort. I would love to be there, be a voice for you, be a voice for our school. My boss was put on the select committee after Uvalde. One of my first calls was to our superintendent. I wanted to hear, what issues do you see here in our school district with school safety? I want your voice to be heard in the legislature. We just going through a redistricting process. We're about to have a new state representative and a new senator. Our senator is a very senior Republican senator. That's something that this area hasn't had in a long time, and we should be able to leverage that. It's going to help us a great deal. I have lived here in Lago since 2020. In the Senate, I always tell people, if you want to get started in public service, start hyper-local, start your neighborhood. I immediately got on my board on the island, and I've been working to promote transparency and engagement with our owners, and I'd like to bring that here to council. I want to work very hard to increase transparency and to get more and more people involved. Thank you.
All right, so I humbly ask for your vote. Again, I think I look at local elections kind of like a job interview. You know, in city council, the job changes every year, every 2 years, and the one ahead of us, I think, is about the growth of the city and the infrastructure. And I think with my legislative experience and my contacts with all these state agencies, I have a great skill set that can help us accomplish those goals. Something that we didn't really get to talk much about is I'm huge on transparency. I think that transparency should be uncomfortable for those that are in elected positions. I think maybe less executive sessions and more conversations in front of citizens. Part of that, I think I've learned from block walking. I talk to a lot of people that never show up to City Hall. If I'm elected, I think I'm gonna make that promise that at least once a month or every 2 months, I will go out to the community and go knock on doors and talk to people. Because one thing that I've seen in the legislature that really bothers me these last 3 or 4 years is people really just don't know how their government works, and we're teaching it less and less. And since COVID, our students are not returning to the Capitol, and it's really worrisome to me that I don't think people really know the day in and day out. And so I would love to be committed to that. I think anywhere you can remove barriers to people serving. I think on our advisory committees, I've brought it up before, you know, if we have no decision-making ability on some of these committees, we don't have to follow the strictest open meetings laws. Like I can't even reply all to our EDAC committee, and we're just trying to brainstorm. I think I'd like to remove some of those barriers. This election itself, I think we kind of create unnecessary rivalries or not, because we have these positions, these places, but they don't actually represent any geographic area. I think we should have an at-large election like most cities our size. If we had 3 open positions, we'd have 6 candidates, we'd all be on there together, and that would probably be a barrier that people wouldn't need anymore. And then lastly, I just want to thank everyone up here for running. This is not normal in every city. We have 6 people here who are offering to volunteer their time, and I really appreciate that, and I respect each and every one of you. So thank you.